This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome back to off-day coverage of our Edmonton Oilers as we get set to discuss all about that Game 3 that I think a lot of us really don't want to discuss because, my goodness, it was not that great at all from our Edmonton Oilers. Now, number one, you're going to see the hair looks a little bit different than normal, right? More of, for those of you that have watched me a long time, a throwback look, right? The old full poof, everything going all at once. Well, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to kind of poke fun at how I used to view the Oilers versus how I view the Edmonton Oilers now. All right, that's kind of the purpose. I'm getting in character, doing this all for you. Obviously didn't have the glorious beard back then. Thank goodness I've been able to grow this thing because at least it makes this look half decent. But friends, before we get there, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV for no less than the exact reason you just saw, right? I think I bring a different angle to the Oilers. I don't need to sell you. I don't need to sell you. Come for the streams. Come for the Oilers coverage. Enough about me, but all about me because this video is going to be a ton of fun. Friends, it was a 5-1 dismantling of the Edmonton Oilers for the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 3. Now, what you know is I did not stream last night, and, well, you know what? I came to some conclusions today. Didn't stream. A lot of people ask me, why not? What's going on? Had a cat mishap, okay? If you have pets, sometimes they catch you in spots they're not supposed to catch you, and it really is not so great, right? And I think just to not over-explain, there was some issues I needed to deal with when it came to a cat-related mishap from the night before. Now, the problem is, that meant I came home, sat on the couch, laid down, and proceeded to fall asleep pretty much after it was 1-1. That's where I tuned out. Not that the TV shut off, not that I was not present. I was just very much so asleep and very much so unaware of the dismantling that was going on for the Edmonton Oilers. But you see here, I've got something in my hand that I very wholeheartedly believe explains why the Edmonton Oilers lost last night, all right? This is where we're going back to how I used to view the Oilers versus how I view the Oilers now. Everybody knows. Anybody that's watched the live streams, anybody that has tuned in over the course of 2023, you know. Here, I'm going to try and get that a little bit brighter for you so you can actually see that. You know, on game days, Oilers game days, when I drink a BioSteel, the Oilers have like an 85% chance of winning the hockey game. That, right? The couple of losses there in round 2 and one loss in round 1. However, we also know from market research that the Oilers' chances of losing a hockey game on days that I do not drink BioSteel on game day are astronomically higher than they should be. Just market research here in 2023. Trust me. Sources are, trust me. But you get where I'm going with this one. The correlation is very obvious. Hence the hair. I knew I had to get into character for this. If you remember Dolynny TV back in the day, we used to have some real crackpot theories. And trust me, that's why we got the hair styled up. But what I am telling you, what I am trying to tell you right here, right now, and nobody worry about my mental state. I'm completely fine. I'm just having a great little time trying to de-stress from waking up and realizing we got our poop handed to us in Game 3. What I realized today at work, I went through all the variables. I'm like, well, the Oilers just didn't do this. Stuart Skinner got pulled. My goodness, we just didn't defend. And I went through all the variables. And you know what? The only thing that can explain going from 5-1 for us in Game 2 to 5-1 at home in Game 3 is simply that Tyson on Dolynny TV did not drink his game day BioSteel. I missed that completely, but you get where I'm going. Is the fact, yeah, you know what? That's the biggest variable change that I could find in my life when it comes down to what the heck happened. Not streaming. There's a ton of Oilers games I don't stream. Secondary to that, whatever. But when it comes down to the market research versus game days where I drink BioSteel versus game days where I don't drink BioSteel, it is an astronomical difference in the likelihood that the Edmonton Oilers are going to win a hockey game. So that is, friends, where I am getting to tonight is just simply, I am deeply sorry I screwed up. Quite honestly, I cannot believe I allowed that to happen because you all had to suffer. I was literally sleeping on the couch in a tied hockey game before waking up 5-1 loss. But you all who had the guts to grin and bear it struggled through a 5-1 dismantling by the Vegas Golden Knights of the Edmonton Oilers. I am so beyond sorry. And what I am a little bit, right, I have 1,000,001 excuses. Long day yesterday, cat-related mishap, what have you. It was just not a good day, right? I was up at 5:30, didn't leave work till 5:30. I mean, it was a day yesterday, right? And I mean, 110% I knew I shouldn't stream. But that does not excuse me from not drinking that does not excuse me from drinking my game day BioSteel. That is quite simply, if anything I did yesterday let you friends back home down, is that the Oilers lost because of that. Quite honestly, that's what I'm telling you. You want to blame anything else, great and dandy. Because I know what I did, and I know what I did wrong, and I know why they lost. Okay. The fun aside, right? That's all just fun and it's good. I'm just telling you right off the top there why I said nobody worry about my mental state. I'm just having a little bit of fun with it. When it comes down to it here, friends, for the Edmonton Oilers, we're down 2-1 again for the second series in a row against a Pacific Division opponent who's supposedly pretty dang good, and it showed that they're pretty dang good through 3 games. Okay? All right. So that's where we find ourselves. BioSteel not drank on game day from Tyson aside. I don't think there's any level of concern here, right? I think Jay Woodcroft's doing the gamesmanship with the goaltenders. The lineup, guys are getting banged up, but so is Vegas. They just lost their starting goalie, but their backup's even scarier for some reason. Don't mind me. But that's kind of where we're at, right? The series is starting to evolve. It's getting into the middle, later half of the series, and this is where it gets really fun, right? We saw it in the LA series, Game 4 and beyond. The Edmonton Oilers, well, I guess period number 2 of Game 4 and beyond, the Oilers had a completely different style to their game, tempo to their play, just passion on the ice, and it just looked completely different, more dominant, more overstated why they were here, what they're trying to do. And I think based on everybody I've talked to who isn't blaming me for not streaming the game or not drinking my BioSteel or whatever the case might be, quite honestly, everybody that I've talked to ain't worried about it. So this is the beauty here, right? I tell you, it was 1-1 when I fell asleep, and it was 5-1 when I woke up and the Oilers had lost. Well, you know what? That should bum me out on a Monday night. That should be upsetting as an Oilers fan. I am completely indifferent, right? As the honest truth is, I'm able to chalk it up to something corny like drinking BioSteel on game day because I'm me. That's literally where we're at right now. That's how much confidence I have in this team. And if they lose the series, it's really not going to change the world, but obviously it changes things for how we approach things going through the rest of the spring, summer. But secondary to that, like, the Oilers are far from out of it, and that's the beauty of this, right? We're in the frame of mind right now where we can sit here and just laugh about it. So friends, that's a phone call I've been waiting for all day. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thanks for being along for the ride. I'm up on out of here.